I guess you could say today might be a monumental day. Today, we're gonna see if we can fix everything wrong with this car, specifically the VVEL, with 2 simple tools. But first things first, I need to make sure that this thing actually has power, which so far that's a good sign. So let's see if it actually starts up. And if it doesn't, I brought the backup, the Fit. Brought to you by, whoa, wow, that's rude. Now, the issue here is, I don't know if you can tell, but it's definitely misfiring really heavy. And it's all because of the VVEL. And if you guys can't tell, I have a check engine light, and this misfire is not horrible, but it's still decently gnarly. So thankfully I don't need the Fit, that's cool and all, but I'm gonna drive this thing somewhere a little bit more well lit, so that way we can pop the hood and just get this thing finally working the way that it should. So let's just get moving. Sucks because I really do want to just drive. I guess that sounds terrible. I also need to do the diff pushing like really bad, but I really just want to drive this thing. It's been so long. White Aaron's gonna pull up and help me out, but I'm figuring, hey, it might be a good idea to try to see if I can get it going myself first. Yeah, if I can get it going already, great. Then I don't need him for that. We could just do what we were planning to do with this car. Do something else a lot more cooler, but let's try and get the VQ going. I don't know if you guys can see perfect, but the first thing I'm gonna do is hit up some homies and see if any of this makes sense, because usually whenever the VVEL is throwing a code whenever you do a motor swap, a homie at Soho told me that, you know, you just have to adjust the sensor. So I'm personally hoping it's that simple that I can literally just clock this thing and it should work normal from now on. So there's only one way to find out, and let me not have this thing run for too long and obviously have like a super hot motor. And if you can't tell, what I'm doing is really ghetto, because the way that I get my car to start is not the right way, but we'll talk about that later. But for now, let's get this thing to stop misfiring. But it's weird because it wasn't misfiring when it first fired up, and now all of a sudden it is. So I'm not sure if it might be like a wiring issue, a relay, or the VVEL module itself. So I'm hoping it's just this sensor and it just needs to be clocked properly, but only one way to find out. So it's no secret, it's nothing special, it's just a regular 3.7, you know, VHR motor that comes with the 370Z. It used to be VR30 swapped, and it was a lot cooler in my opinion, but that motor popped and here we are. Now the issue is this, which I can get a closer shot in a minute, but this is the VVEL. Well, there's 2, but this is the one that's sticking out the most, so it's easier to point out. Apparently VVEL, when you look at, like, to not get too technical, but when you look at ECUTEK or ECUTEK, whatever you're gonna call it, the value should be at 0.50, and mine is at like, I think 0.63, and the other one at 0.59. So I'm gonna try to see if I can go ahead and clock this. This is what was recommended to me from a homie. Now, have I ever done any of this? No. Am I gonna find out if it's hard or even possible? Yes. So let's just get right into it. Okay, so there are 2 sensors, and one of them is back there. It's kind of a pain. And then, like, when you see this giant module, just look on the back side, and then this, I believe, is the sensor. So I'm hoping this is the right one. It makes sense. The cool thing is that there's 2 10s that you have to take off, and then you can literally clock it. But also, I saw another YouTube video. Of course, YouTubers using YouTube videos to fix things. We're gonna take off the VVEL. Why point at it when I could just show you guys? But I'm gonna go ahead and take off this right here. Then I need to take off this cover because the relay is in here. I think there's something else on the bottom holding it, so I'll double check that. But the relay is here, so I'm gonna go ahead and unplug that. What I'm gonna do is check the values on ECUTEK, see where it's at, try to get it over to 0.5, and then once I get it over there, I'm gonna reset it by keying it on for 5 to 8 seconds and then connecting everything back, and then hopefully everything should be fine. So let's see, because I'll show you guys the specific codes I've been pulling, like somewhere around here, but it's been a pain to dig. So let's see if this fixes it. Quick update, I went ahead and actually thank you Robert at Soho, because like realistically, I have no idea what I'm doing, and he's the one that's like helping me out. So he told me that before you have to do the reset on console, or if you don't have console, then like I said earlier, take out the VVEL relay, the sensors itself, and then you could do a reset by keying on the car after that for 5 to 8 seconds and then plugging everything back in. And funny enough, it's at 0.5. So I'm hoping that this will fix it. So I wanted to grab the camera just to find out. Let's fire it up and see. Sounds the same. Yeah, still, this is me flooring it. Nothing. So I guess we'll try. Well, actually, you know what? Let me check it out to see. Let's see where it's at now. I mean, yeah, VVEL is literally at 0.5. So, it's got to be something else. I'm figuring it might be a wiring issue then at this point, because this just doesn't make sense. I don't know, let's keep digging, let's find out. I hate this flywheel so much, it's so noisy, but I'm gonna definitely switch this out. Thankfully I have a new slave elimination kit on the way, it's just on back order, so I'm gonna change this flywheel out too. Let me do some more digging and let's see what else we can find, because clearly that's not the issue. This is amazing! Let me show you guys why. Let me show you why I'm so stoked. Dude, check, hold on. Check me out, dog. Yeah. Yeah, we're back, baby. I'm gonna do something I haven't done in years. It's been 2 years since I've been able to do this. I'm gonna get rollers of my car. It's gonna be the first time I've got rollers of my own car. Thankfully, this camera makes it super easy, but yeah, I mean, a lot of you guys aren't gonna understand the rewarding feeling of fixing your car that hasn't ran in a long time, because a lot of you guys are smart and you're not going to do the dumb stuff to your car to make this even happen. But holy crap, I can't express how stoked I am that this thing is finally ready to rip and be, well, at least be put back together and start finally shaking it down, because it's been 2 years. So this means now that I can install all the extra mods, the front lip, that I even have something for the rear diff to fix, like, you know, my car, like sounding like the bushing looks like Thor hit it with his hammer a couple of times. So all that stuff can be fixed. And then there's one more thing that I said that I would do only when the car was fixed, and it's this. Oh yeah, bud. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. I said I would only take this thing off if this car was ready, and it's finally ready. Hey look, my tiny person made it back. Oh, she made it, but she's hiding now. She's hiding. But yeah, let's, I'm gonna connect this camera to that fit, and then let's go get some rollers, dude. It's been a long time, and hopefully nothing else happens. And I'm probably jinxing it, but hey, here we are.
Stop.
Just chilling. This car is sick. All right, man. Dang, dude. Clean ass old school. But yeah, we pulled up to the typical spot. You guys have no idea how stoked I am to even like just drive around and get some rollers, but damn it, plane. Yeah, that guy right there, ruining the vlog. When I brought Bella's car out here, because we were just randomly scoping for spots and this popped up, I was like, dude, I can't wait to get my 370Z back in here. But, well, not back in here, but in here in general. But I mean, the car still has its issues. I'm still having like this weird thing, like I can't go over 3,000 RPM without like something grinding in the transmission. This is actually, I swapped with Forsberg, and this isn't like shade at him at all, because he literally said install this, and I don't know the condition of this thing. It might be trans, but I have a feeling it's the flywheel. Got something for, I already have the elimination kit for the slave cylinder to make it external, and I'm just gonna go ahead and purchase a new flywheel, because also to be transparent, I didn't resurface the one that I put in here, which I feel like might be the issue, or maybe I left something loose, which is, there's always a possibility of user install error, but I don't know. But I'm just stoked that this thing is outside, bro. So I'm probably still not gonna drive it a ton until I get the transmission bits, but at least I can get started on the diff and everything, because that thing is clunking. It's terrible. I keep saying over and over, I am so absolutely stoked that this thing is going. Like, this is the beginning of it all, where this car is finally gonna get refreshed and just running proper, but also needs a little bit of paint. But here comes the corny YouTuber part. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, because it just helps your boy. It's been a long time since I've made any kind of videos, and we're finally back outside. But yeah, if you're not stoked, I don't care. I'm super stoked. Love you. Bye.